Hello, and today I'm going to be teaching you more C++. Last tutorial that I did on this one was 20 zones, so I'm going to try and cut down drastically. Now I'm going to teach you 3 loops, and just to demonstrate the loops, I'm going to show them now. We have while, and while is like an if loop, but instead of just doing it once inside of here, it's going to do it and then check the consequences. So it's gonna do it until so much times until the parameter that you set here is wrong. Okay, that's a while loop. Now our second loop is a do while. A do while, you have your code here. It's kind of like a very long while loop. You have do, and you have your code, and then all the way down here you have while. And it does exactly the same thing. You'll have a parameter in here, and it's just gonna do this big chunk of code a certain amount of times until it is false, and you need a semicolon. Okay, now our last loop is my favorite loop. It's a for loop. A for loop is basically a while loop, just easier. A for loop parameters are a bit different. It first starts off with an integer, and then you make an integer. So you say int f, and then you separate it with a semicolon, and then you do your actual parameter, what you want to happen. So not what you want to happen, what is it's gonna happen if this is true. So we're gonna say is if f is less than 10, and it obviously is because it's undefined. That means it's 0, and we just make it extra clear over here. And then finally we're gonna have alters at each stage. So we're gonna say f plus plus. There are 2 parameters that you don't need. Is you don't need an f. You don't need an integer. If you don't want to declare an integer inside of it, you can just leave that out. Or you don't need the thing that's gonna happen each time. You just need the thing. But the cooler thing is you can just all put in the parameters, and then here's your code, and it's gonna do that. So let's actually do something with these, shall we? We're gonna include our normal libraries. So collier.h and iostream. And no, let's just use that. Using our namespace. And let's make our main function with a void, which is just telling that we have nothing there. And now down here we're going to make 2 integers. We're going to have int f equals 0, and we're going to have int y equals 5. Now let's see what we can do with these integers. We're going to make a for loop. No, let's start with a while loop. Actually, you should use 4 more. A for loop and a while loop is pretty much the same, but just use 4 more. It's more professional. Now we're gonna have a for loop, and we're gonna say, then we don't need to state integers up here. You can state more than 1 integer in a for loop. So we're gonna say int f equals 0. There we're gonna do. And we're gonna have here that f is less than 10. And here we're gonna do f plus plus. Now obviously this is gonna run 10 times, sorry. And every time it's gonna run this code, whatever we put on here. So we're gonna say cout this is how old you are. That's what we're gonna say. Now I bet you can figure out what this is gonna do. Well, we're gonna close it. Get. Try to make everything be on their own line. And now we're gonna run this. I'm gonna save file. No errors. Good. So obviously it did it. It did it 9 times because f is not less than or equal. So it went 1 to 9, and that was pretty obvious. Now I'm gonna show you something new. I'm gonna show you a new library, and it's called Windows. .h. Now this library is a bit different. This gives you some more functions. That's basically what it does, and you'll need it for WinApp, and Windows Phone. You'll maybe use it later when you start studying WinApp. So we're gonna say sleep 1 second. 1k is a second, so we're gonna have sleep half of a second. So you say sleep 500, and now when we run it, it will not do it all at the same time. It will do it a little bit later, and then we're just gonna say here. Okay, so that's a good, nice loop. And over here, let's demonstrate do while. Do while is exactly the same thing. Let's just type in some code over here. Let's just type in like a do while. All you really need is an example. You don't really need an example for do while, because do while is pretty simple. It's just do, and then you have your code here, and then here you have while, and you have your parameters, and then semicolon. That's all you need to do. And I don't want to give you an example because I'm gonna have to think of something, and I'm gonna have to put in code. So never mind. And let's see how much time we have left. We don't have much time left. Next lesson is going to be about switch. Switch is very important. And the lesson after that, as I promised you, we're going to do a contraption. We're going to do a timer. I'll teach you how to do a timer. Okay, so bye.